a typographic look and feel. Yeah, that means you have to express all ripped up punk, punk, whatever the whole headline is, typographically, at the same time embedding visual elements within the typography. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be just visual alone or just graphics alone. Yeah, right now you have 80% graphics and 20% text or title or typography. Follow?
Yeah, yeah, follow.
Okay, so that's my reply. So try and do what it is you have done, but using typography. Study the typefaces that are used in punk or the typeface combinations that are used in punk design and punk artwork, and embed, if you want, any graphical elements in it. Remember, this is typography class. It's not about visuals. Yeah, it's all about type. It's how you can express visually through type. Okay, all right, that's it. I think I spoke too long.
Yeah. Okay. Right, next.
Okay.
Amelia Chalim.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
So, this is why.
It's some lah, like punk.
Sam, I'll leave this one to you. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No problem. Bold, but you have to do it typographically. Choice of typeface is weak. Yeah. I can see you have studied use of patchwork or cutout, but you're not using it properly. If those of you who are using punk, as a theme, you all can take a look. I mean, there's a lot of people you can look at, but there's this one guy, Fahmi Reza. He's a punk enthusiast. His work sometimes incorporates punk look and feel. Yeah, so you can take a look. You can Google the guy or Facebook the guy, and you'll see a lot of his work. Yeah. So Amelia, everything that I said to Alfie applies to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
You need to start with sketching, and you need to think. Yeah. You need to think. You can't just. Did you do any sketches before you began?
Yeah, but I haven't put in my blog.
Okay. You need to put in your blog. That's part of your process. Otherwise, people will think you automatically went to do it digitally.
Yep.
Amalia, you need to look at your positioning. If you see a space around your work, have you seen logos before or not? Yeah. So logos, they stand by themselves. Yeah. If I look at your work right now, it doesn't look like it's standing by itself, right? Because the positioning of all the words, they don't have a solid compositional block. Yeah, the unit is not tight. The visual unit is not tight. It's just all over the place. You look like you're designing a poster more than you're designing a key art.
Yeah.
A key art is almost like a logo. It is a logo in all intents and purposes. You understand?
Understand, sir.
Okay, let's move on. Next person.
Atika.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, morning.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, here's some research I did on punk.
Okay.
And then here are some sketches. And then this is my first work.
Keep going.
Okay, here's my second, third, fourth. And here's another variation of the fourth.
Okay. So I like what you did in the first one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that clearly looks, it's not great, but that clearly looks like you're on track to creating a key artwork or something that is logo-ish in nature. Okay. It has only the use of typeface is a bit too strict, too rigid. That is not punk. So I think that's something that you need to look at.
Okay.
Initially, if you, I would suggest working with black and white. Why black and white?
Oh,
Why black and white? It's not to say that your eventual output doesn't have to look in color. It doesn't have to be in color. It just helps you focus on the form as opposed to trying to circumnavigate issues through color.
okay.
So this applies to everybody. Yeah, when you work on your key artwork for the first time, it is just like working on a logo. Of course, you have never done it before, but essentially when you come up with logo design, the first thing you do is work on it with sketch of this,
We're breaking up, you know.
but strongest. Am I sound coming through clearly? Yeah?
No.
No. What is wrong? Is it breaking up or
Breaking
is
up.
it
It's breaking up. Now it's okay.
Yeah.
okay? Give me a sec. Yeah.
The live session also, it's being, you know, cut out sometimes, so I have to check.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me see if I. Okay. Wait. Sometimes I'm not sure whether it's because I'm talking too close to the phone or because. Am I coming through clearly now?
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine.
Okay. Just because I think when I use the speakerphone, I try to charge the phone. Anyways,
Breaking up.
when I
It's
use
breaking.
this, yeah, it's breaking up now.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. Now it's clear.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So back to my explanation. Yeah. So I hope everyone's listening. Most importantly, it is important to when you work on the key artwork is to work. So this is not just to you, yeah, Atika. This is the whole class,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So basically, when you begin through sketching. Why sketch? You sketch because you need to explore ideas. And the quickest way to do that is actually through sketching. So you can sketch digitally, you can sketch on paper, whichever works, doesn't matter, as long as the hand is working and the brain is processing different parts of the ideas that are coming through. It's about trying to come up with as many ideas as possible when you do a key artwork. This is the first. So you begin with sketching. The second part is to then identify possible ideas. So you take the ones that are possible, right? The ideas that are most possible. And once you take the ideas that are most possible, then you develop forms. Now, in the process of developing forms, which is what you're doing right now, you have to keep to black and white. Why black and white? Because it makes you consider only the form and not color. So if the form doesn't work in black and white, it's probably not going to be strong in color. You understand? Okay. So
Yeah.
this is to everyone, yeah. Okay. If anybody has any questions while I'm explaining this, you can ask, yeah. All right. So is everyone here or is it just me speaking to just a group? Everyone's here. Okay, first group. Okay. All right. So coming back to what it is you have done, Atiga, you already started with color. So I would suggest just keeping it black and white. So that means the
Okay.
red is, let's assume the red is black lah, and the text that you have written in there is white. Okay. So
Okay.
using all ripped up, and what's at the bottom there? The smaller text.
Punk influences on design.
Right. Okay. So so now you have in your work, you have clear indications here of the punk ethos, right? I mean, you have torn paper. Maybe you could even add safety pins. I mean, you know, realistic drawings, sketches or graphics or safety pins.
Okay.
Anything and everything that is associated to punk. Zines are associated to punk. Safety pins are associated to punk. Tearing shredded paper is associated to punk. Yeah. What else? Photocopying is associated to punk. Yeah, I mean,
Stencil, collage.
that's right. So everything, yeah, that is to do with the punk style, you can use as a resource, yeah, but you can't use all of them. You have to very strategically choose. Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
now this comes closest to creating comes closest to the key art. The others, on the other hand, next one
Looks like a
is
poster.
more big. That's right. It's utilizing the white space, yeah, and placing components. It has to look like a unit, yeah. It has to look like a logo unit. So if it doesn't stand on its own, it's not going to work. The other thing is obviously it's pictorial in nature, so that doesn't go to the to your advantage as you know
Okay.
from a punk perspective. Like, it's the same thing for the rest, yeah, more or less. If you go on,
Yeah.
yeah, same thing here, yeah.
It's like a poster.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, right. So don't look at it as a poster. It's not a poster. It's a logo. It has to work as a logo. Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason we don't call it a logo is because it's more than a logo. Hence, a key artwork. Yeah. But in all intents and purposes, it functions and looks and works like a logo. So it has to be
Okay.
like a logo to a certain degree. To a certain degree. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I
Thank
should
you.
just
Mm.
should I just focus on this one? Yeah.
You can continue to what I'll suggest today, explore other ideas along with this, right? So
Okay.
keep this as one, come up with maybe one or two more ideas, maybe two or three more or whatever, you know, in lines with the what I just explained, and see whether they are better than this.
All right.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
welcome.
Right. Hey, you know live video keep on, stopping, and I think we just focus on the recording of the
Yeah,
okay. All right, I'm gonna
yeah,
be
agree.
live lah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, next. Who's next?
Is it me?
Yeah,
Adrina.
go ahead. Just jump in.
Okay, so basically
Yep.
this is what I started with.
Okay.
Then
Very good.
This is good.
yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, so these are basically the initial ideas of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I made it. Going on. And then I went back to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this. So this
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
So I think as a form, this black and white version works. It's just a question of the placement of the text inside the what do you call it? The forms. The other thing is the form right now you have it in a horizontal shape. Yeah. I think what you have done has a lot of promise. Okay. The tips of the A, you have to make sure you cut off a little bit. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah, not by much, so that it doesn't disappear into into a sharp point. Rather, just a small cutoff. Yeah, very small nip. Now, the textual information. So let's say you got how many words here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 words, right? 7 letters. Sorry. So obviously, it won't fit as a square. Although,
But she can
you
try
could.
lah.
Yeah, you can adjust it to almost fit like a square.
Make it like a 2 lines, and then the text is basically not inside the shape lah. Probably
Yeah,
outside.
what you actually you could choose the H. You can choose the H or the U, yeah, and fit the text using a compressed typeface or whatever condensed typeface that you're using within that, right? If it's a square, you can fit it within the. Or alternatively, you have 1, 2, 3 letters, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters, and then the 7th one you place it in the 3rd line, and the remaining space you can place the text within. You follow?
Sorry, what?
Oh my god. Which part?
The 2 lines.
Yeah, so let's assume you got 3 letters per line.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if you have 3 letters per line, you'll have 1 letter in the 3rd line, correct?
Yeah.
The remaining space you use for the title.
Okay.
Understand.
Okay. Alternatively, you have 2 lines, you fit 4 letters in the last line, and you place you embed the information, the headline, the title within one of the squares. So it'll be quite small. Yeah, that's one possibility lah. Okay, in terms of playing with the shape. Can you go back? Let me just see the other ones that you're working on. Okay, here, stop here. Now, I think this has promise. It is just that you need to do it in black and white first.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, you need to make it work in black and white, reduce the spacing between the shapes, okay, split the ABCs off on, so that means you have one space on the top and one space on the bottom, correct?
Yeah.
So maybe you write the ABCs of Bauhaus design theory, right? So design theory at the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, you can split it, but just do it in black and white first. See what that looks like.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, how do you solve it in black and white? So these two have potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Good work.
Make it tighter, yeah. Make it tighter as a unit, yeah. Try not to leave too much space around the key artwork. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Caroline.
Oh dear.
Not quite lah. Do you have sketches or not, Caroline?
I
Start with sketches.
the sketches I have, but I haven't put it yet. So wait. So this is first, but then I really hate it. So I make a new one here, but I'm still working on it. I still contemplate.
You used the record, is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
This
see.
looks like
Okay,
a
that's
death
cool.
metal. Yeah lah, but the skeleton face looks like a metal rather than punk.
Oh.
No, you can. I mean, it is just that you can use it. It just doesn't look. Right now, you're more into the music as opposed to the design. Remember, what I explained earlier was basically punk is not just about music, right? Punk, the genre, like any other genre, or ideology, created a form in design as well. Yeah, so we are not talking about music here. We're talking about punk in design. So it's not about music. So in your case right now, you know, it seems to be a little bit musically inclined. So that's one lah. Okay, the elements using remember, you have to use typography to convey the message as much as possible. Not to say that you can't use imagery, but it needs to somehow be embedded within the typography, just like you did with your third exercise. Follow?
Follow, sir.
Okay, so what I would expect right now is a little bit more work on a little bit more thinking, a little bit more exploration with regards to the work. Yeah, is there any more other options you have?
No, sir, only this right now.
Okay, you all are very comfortable to just produce one. Yeah, in design it's about hundreds. Okay, when you go to brand corporate identity as a module, that is provided you take okay, let's say when you come up with let's say whatever you go into okay, whether it's animation, visual effects, whether it's entertainment design, they're not going to be satisfied in you producing just one option from a week. Yeah, 1 week should produce 50 ideas. That's the target. Okay, now you all be thinking, when I say this 50 ideas is impossible, but I'll tell you, we used to have to do it. At the least, I mean, I'm not saying that you need to produce 50 ideas. What I expect is at least 3 or 4 or 5 good ideas. If you go in the industry, you're probably going to have to produce 10. But when you're trading, they actually make you do 20, 30, 40, 50. Every week. So not enough. One does not hack it lah. Katriel?
Yes, sir.
Yep, following.
Right.
Following, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Jadi.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm doing, sorry, hold on. I'm doing Russian constructivism and graphic design.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so at first I'm planning to like do photo montages because Russian constructivism is about that.
No.
Partly lah. Partly, and yeah, so like this is one of the elements I did so far.
What is it? I can't make out what it is. A ladder, and then
Yeah, it's a ladder.
Mhm.
It's a photo by Rodchenko.
It's a ladder, and what is in the middle there? Person climbing the ladder.
Yeah, I edited the face out like a torn paper.
Well, it's a visual lah. I mean, I don't know what is typographical about it there. Where's the title?
Yeah, I haven't added
Oh,
typography.
Great.
why?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Because I'm planning to like focus on the visuals first, then the typography later.
You should
Yeah,
focus
so the
on the
visual
typography
is the
first.
yeah, the visual is the typography, madam.
Oh, okay.
In the examples that I've shown you so far, yeah, if you look at all the examples that I've shown you, you can see a great amount or good amount of use of graphical elements and typography, right?
Mm-hmm.
The work is very not graphic. I mean, graphical in the sense of shapes and forms, but it is very typographical in nature. Yeah, the key artworks that I've shared, or the links that I've shared in Facebook as well. So it's not remember, this is not an artwork where it is about just the visual. Yeah, it is basically more than just the visual. Yeah, the visual element comes through in the typography. Yeah, in the typography, embedded in the typography, or interplaying with the typography. But the visual element is not key.
Okay.
Okay, so needs more work in that sense, and basically presently not in line with our expectations of this particular task. Yeah.
Okay, Cheng.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay. All right. Last person from group 1.
So far, the only successful one
Badrina.
is Badrina's. Yeah. So if you all take a case study right now, why is that the only successful one? Because she has managed to basically embed the representation of the Bauhaus, the simplification of form, triangle, circle, and square, in the form of letters, in letter forms, right? So the idea was sound, and the form is taking shape. Yeah, the form represents that idea clearly, so that works. Yeah, that's the reason why that works, and the rest at present are not working, because it doesn't have this synthesis of these two points. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Who's this?
Chin Han.
Chin Han.
Wong Chin Han.
Yes.
Chua Chin Han. Sorry.
Chua Chin Han.
Yeah. So my sketches are, and this is my
Okay. Alah, ini poster ni,
Poster.
bukan.
No, it's not
My
QC
friend.
artwork.
This is my second,
Same thing.
third, fourth, fifth.
Same thing.
You see, okay, Chin Han, you see the savage punk hothead. Where did you get that?
Where?
The
This
head.
one. This
This one.
not the
one.
head. This one, yeah. Where did you get the text in the inside the in the white there?
Like,
Savage, punk, hot, whatever, hit,
yeah, I
anarchist.
just search like adjective to describe punk, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah. So
got a lot.
basically, the very thing that you searched for provided you with a key artwork there. That is a key artwork using typeface. But in what you did is use
It's not.
serif typeface, something that is so conservative above and below it. That is crazy, man. Okay, here.
Okay.
Now, I don't know whether your research was sound or not, but whatever it is, you need to do a bit more visual research to understand, you know, what makes up punk design, right? Actually, everything that I explained to, who did I explain it to?
I think, wait, forgot her name already.
Was it Caroline? Caroline and someone else before
Yeah,
that. as well.
Caroline, and I think it's Alfico.
Alfie, right? Everything that I explained to both of these two individuals applies to you. Yeah, the
Okay.
work that you have done doesn't come close to what is expected. It is not typographical in nature. Visual elements are acceptable, but they have to gracefully interplay with the text. Right now, that is provided you have. Yeah, if you don't have, or you have graphical elements, whatever it may be, they need to be gracefully playing with the text, intertwined with the text. Yeah. So what is the text?
Okay.
The text is basically all ripped up influences on design, punk influences on design, right? That's the text. So how can I use this text to make it look punk first? What elements can I use? All these things you need to research. Yeah. What makes up punk design elements? And then research it and then do it. Yeah. Put it together.
I think
It's about-
you have some element of punk element in your design, but you need to make it like look as if it looks like a logo.
Where is it? What is the elements?
The text there. Go back.
Which one?
This one, the ripped paper.
But this one you did or you just download?
Which one?
The RIP,
This one.
RIP,
This one.
yeah, RIP,
Yeah.
the typo here.
The typo I downloaded. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you
that's what I'm saying.
you download the typo, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you use
So
it?
what? You see, what you need to do is you need to create all this. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't create it, then the end result is what you see here. Yeah. There are really good examples of good punk design. Yeah. Really good work. Really, if you really, and if you do it shabbily, it will look like what you downloaded right now. Actually, what you downloaded is actually it's not very good. Yeah, it's an amateurish attempt at punk typography. Yeah, there are better options out there, and you need to look for them. One of the most famous options is that cover of
Sex Pistols, is it?
Yeah, Sex Pistols, God Save the Queen. Yeah, the single. Anyways, okay, a lot of work to do, man.
Okay.
Off you go.
Right.
Just listen to the audio, yeah. So if any of you hear that we are praising one of the students, it's best you look at the work, yeah, and refer. Why did she get praise, or why did he get praise? Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we are on track.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Group 2. We can start with group 2 now. Daisy.
Hi, sir.
Hi. It doesn't sound.
Desi. Okay.
I'm having great anxiety listening to other people's feedback because I think that mine is also very bad and like
not in line with what we are expecting.
Well, the first good thing is what you just said first, right? Because that means the feedback that's been given is resonating with you, which means you are becoming aware. So that's good. That means it saves me and Encik Shamsul time in describing or explaining it. But that being said, let's have a look at what you have.
Can you see my screen though?
Yeah.
I can.
So I did some sketches at midnight, like at Sunday. And then I tried to put it on Photoshop, and then I realized that most of my friends does it in Illustrator.
Yeah.
So I quickly did it in Illustrator, and this is
Yeah.
what I've come up though.
Yeah, not really. Not,
Mm.
it's not really living up to the expectations.
No.
I'm just going to leave it at that because I think a lot of I think first of all, a study is necessary. Yeah, a study in punk design, a study of the elements that make up punk design, and
Yeah.
then understanding that this is a typographical exercise with the liberty to use graphical or visual elements to tie the type or the the key artwork in, to be embedded into the key artwork, which basically is composed of the headline, the title. So currently, the center for most of everyone is basically some visual element or the other, which doesn't really work. But at least for one thing good about what it is you did was that you at least made it look like a logo unit, right? I mean, it looks like something that it looks like a logo unit. Yeah, that's the only good thing about it. But it's as a design, it doesn't work. Yeah, presently, conceptually or
Okay, sir.
visually. Okay, thank you.
Right.
So, thank you.
Okay. Diani Rasti, if she's here. If she's not here, then we can move on to Dondo lah.
I thought I saw her. No, she's not here.
Oh yeah, she's here. She's here.
Uh-huh.
Diani Rasti, are you here? So I have nothing to show yet now. Great. You got nothing to show.
Okay.
Dondo.
Resti. Yeah. Well, we have Diani. We have given you 1 week.
Yep.
So every week you need to produce something. And 1 week lost. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Don't post. Show us. Yeah. Because I'm not going to, if you have not utilized the tutorial segment or the class segment to show me work, then I don't want to waste my time, because you're basically, I have other classes and we all have other classes, right? I don't want to use my time away from the class period to have to attend to somebody who didn't show work during the class segment. Yeah. Anyways, I think you understand. Moving on.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm still learning about the movement.
How long you need to learn about the movement? You don't need to learn long. You got 1 week to learn there.
If you
Every day
type
you can read one article.
constructivism in Google, you have a lot of examples,
Yeah. I see a lot of examples. So this is I did 3. This is the first one, and this is sort of the second one, but not complete.
No.
And this is the third one,
Doesn't
not completed.
how is this Russian constructivism? I'm
it
finding a
doesn't-
hard time accepting this as constructivism. It's
There's-
not lah.
There's no element that shows it is a Russian constructivism at all.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So back to square one. 1 week lost. Don't do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Farisa. Farisa, are you here?
Farisa Arena. Is it?
Yeah. Farisa Arena. No, I don't think she's here. Yeah.
Let me check her attendance. Check whether she's
Okay,
keyed in attendance.
because here I don't see her name.
She's not there?
Yeah. Gaby. KB also not here. Oh, okay. This is Bauhaus. Okay, KB, you can start.
KB's got sketches. Gabby, no sound. Okay.
No sound.
Gabby, this looks like building blocks of a child's
toys
game. Yeah, yeah. So you need to be careful when you use the squares. Doesn't quite work. The use of squares is appropriate for Bauhaus, but it's not just squares, right? It's also circles and triangle. I think you need to do a bit more. You know, when you look at Bauhaus graphic design or interior or architecture or product design or textile design, you will see a common thread. Yeah, and you'll see a lot of things that you could use as an element in your design. You know, it's not just what you see as a graphic or illustration, or you know, you need to look at all kinds of things in the Bauhaus that you can then use as an element. What happened to her? This is interesting. The ABCs of Bauhaus design theory. It's actually a book, but this is the title, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is the title. Because I got it from a book, right? Correct. Yeah, so this is actually a book, and I think you probably came across the book, and hence you saw the use of the triangle, circle, and square elements. But I like what you did with design theory. That has something.
Yep.
I think what you need to do is probably do it for the rest. Yeah, and maybe use a different type. Try it with different typefaces, like Futura, perhaps. You know, typefaces that are a little bit more open and rounded, where the O is like very circular in nature. Try that. There you have something at the end. That's a saving grace for you. So maybe you can explore that, try it out and see.
Okay, Gaby. What happened to your audio? We can't hear you, Gaby. I think she's talking, but her voice doesn't seem to be very clear. Gaby, are you talking?
Is it? Maybe someone else is talking.
Okay, her mic is not working. Okay.
Mic is not working. Maybe if you have a earphone, you can plug it into your computer. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, right. It's okay. But I think it's clear what it is we have asked you to pursue. Yeah. The idea of coloring. Take a look at Pierre Mondrian. Yeah. Pierre Mondrian's work. Basically, you will know if you are able to mimic Pierre Mondrian's work in your typography, you will basically come close to Bauhaus. Yeah, the use of these three, Pierre Mondrian, Pierre. The use of these three colors in the way you've used it is interesting and works. Yeah, in the cavities and contours, counter spaces of your letters. Okay, thank you. Bye. Next question.
Bye. Next person.
Now I was just thinking if they were intending to use this. I mean, like in her idea, the idea is basically using the three colors in the lettering. How would you do that in black and white? That one.
You grayscale lah. But I think she needs to use color lah for Bauhaus.
Yeah.
Okay.
To make the idea come through on that.
Go Chiamin.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can. I think everything that I said to Elvie, to Caroline,
Caroline.
to all the people basically applies to you as well.
This is like a poster.
What? I didn't. Yeah. First one was a poster. Second one is a logo. but the logo is centered around a visual and not really integrating with the visual.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say anything more, other than what I said to the other two, because everything applies.
Okay.
All right. So I hope you understand.
Anything else, Chamin?
So I should look more on logo.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm using the term logo because that's the only thing I could use to explain what a key artwork is. But it's not a logo, So don't think it's a logo, but know that it will be used like a logo. It's like a logo. It's not a logo. It's a key artwork at the end of the day that's using typography as the main elements. You can use any other element that is affiliated to the punk genre, in with the headline for your typography or the title of your typography, But when you put it all together, it looks like a logo, but it is not a logo.
Okay.
Chamin?
I will try.
I think I'm probably confusing them more. Is it a logo? No logo. Is it a key artwork?
I guess.
What is this, man?
So what is a logo or not a logo?
It's like a logo because it is used like a logo. It is like a logo. That's why I keep telling. That's why I shared all the.
Because the logo is quite rigid. You cannot. I mean, like the usage is quite rigid as compared to key artwork, right? You know.
Correct. To a certain degree. In fact, a lot of logos today are like key artworks.
Yeah, now lah.
Yeah, because they are able to break the logos apart and use them very differently. Like the examples that I've shown. You just look at the examples that I've shown. They are typographical in nature. Yeah. Okay. Next person.
Yeah.
Right. Next person. Hannah.
Not just the examples in the brief, the examples in the links that I've provided.
Yeah.
This is not to say. Sorry. Yeah, who's this?
Can you see?
Hannah Marisa. Yeah. Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, it's not my turn.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Do you want to go first or do I go?
What's this?
This is Hannah.
Yeah lah. It's your turn.
Okay. Hold on. Let me share my screen.
Jacqueline, quick. Hello, Jacqueline. How are you?
No. This is Hannah Marisa. Jacqueline comes after
No.
you.
I was just replying to to Jacqueline Quick's
okay.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bauhaus,
Yeah, I did two. So this is the first one.
Interesting use of the line and the square. I just think that the textual information on the right, Bauhaus design theory, is interesting and works well with the shape. However, the ABCs part, the ABCs off, needs a little bit more work.
Yeah.
That cavity of space before the is disturbing. The use of capital and lower cases is a little disturbing there too. But I like what you did with the line and that red and the text there and the misplace of the patch of color with that text.
Yeah.
Now, what has happened with the O there? I don't understand. What's going on there? There's a white text there, is it?
Oh, yeah. That's, I put the design school.
Don't need to put that.
Oh, okay. That one
Yeah. So I think you need to be very careful of where you place the text. In fact, I would even go as far as to suggest the use of that cavity in between the triangle and circle, that empty white space there. You can try placing text there also. Yeah, not necessarily straight, in a horizontal fashion. The vertical fashion, the way you did, could work as well. Maybe the text could be in that entire space between the red and the white spaces there. That could be one possibility, but this is one idea. I don't know whether it's the best one though.
Okay. So this is the other. I did the other one here.
A, B, and C lah.
Yeah.
Has potential but needs more work. Yeah, but the problem is the typo.
Okay.
And the intersection between the patches, where you have highlighted it as white, that doesn't work lah. But you can You can try, continue to do that. Yeah, but what really doesn't work is the way you place the typefaces. Yeah,
Okay.
that really doesn't work. The choice of typeface also looks atrocious.
Okay.
Okay, what else?
This is the same one but with color.
Color.
Yeah, no color. I just focus on the black and white. See whether it
Okay.
works on that. Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jacqueline?
Hello, quick.
Okay.
So I did the research
Yep.
and the sketches.
Why is punk associated to the heavy metal sign?
Yeah, that's heavy
The
metal.
sign was actually, used by heavy metal singers. Yeah, before it was actually used. So the symbol is not actually attributed to punk. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
So that goes the idea.
Hmm.
But I like the use. I mean, the way you're trying to use it didn't really work out. I like the choice of typeface though, punk word, whatever, in the sketchy kind of typeface. You have an interesting symbol that you're using correctly there. The
Correct.
anarchist sign. You see the punk on design, right? The next to the on, there's an anarchist sign.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of research on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe you can embed that in, instead of using it as a symbol there, you can embed it with on. Yeah. Try working on it. Try working using this typeface, or maybe a combination of typefaces with what it is you're using here. And see whether you can work out a composition just with the text first. Yeah. And then later, if you want to embed some maybe elements, you can. Yeah. I'm saying elements right now because it can be graphical, it could be pictorial, depends on how you stitch it.
Okay.
Okay, Jacqueline?
This is all.
Okay.
Okay.
The anarchy symbol, do a little bit of research there, because that's essentially what punk is all about. Yeah. Anarchy.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Yep. Almost there. Almost. Not almost. I mean, 30% of the way.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Jen.
Oh, looks like my internet is back, I think.
Hey. All right.
Let me check.
Okay. Janani, you can start to share your screen first. Is she here? I don't think she's here. Janani.
Who? Janani?
No, she's not here. Nope. Never mind, Jessica.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay, now can see.
So this is my research
Okay.
that I did.
All right.
And the sketches.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I try to digitize it. And I change the strokes and try different layouts.
Okay, don't play with color lah. Because when you play with color, you're not really looking at the form. The form needs to work before the color actually is implemented into it. Generally, that's how you should work lah. Okay? It's an interesting use of that form there. I like that punk, whatever, the chicken cockerel. Is it a rooster looking like?
No lah,
like,
it's more hot lah. Wait.
Yeah. Okay, so the eye, it looks very Picasso-ish. So that element, just do it in black and white for now.
Okay.
Okay. And then, so just once you maintain that element in black and white, I want you to stitch the typeface within that form. Yeah, within that form or along with that form. Or try to embed that form within the typeface, the titling. So right now what you've done is you've taken the approach of creating the graphic element or the illustration first, and then put the text around it. You should do the other way around. Work out a typographical composition first, using interesting patches of type or different typefaces, whatever. Yeah, but making sure that it has the look and feel. Yeah. And then embedding this within that, finding a way to embed it. Maybe it could take the place of the letter P, or maybe it takes the place of the, letter, some letters or shape or cavity within the space of that you follow what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And I tried
what else?
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, so I think the look and feel that you are trying to achieve is basically inline, but I particularly like the way you've played with the text here, but there's something very similar to this. I think the eyes and the mouth. I'm not sure where you got that one from. Right? Basically, you need to just ensure that you add your distinct stamp to it. Yeah. And also work on black and white first before you work in color.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is my last one. I did it last night.
It is again an interesting use, but it is too okay. So what you have is all ripped up. Yeah. So it doesn't really rest. Can I see this a little clearer? Wait, let me just zoom in a bit. Okay. So you're using a typeface that is basically a little shady, yeah, and then you have punk written on it like a scribble. It's possible, but you need to work on it a little bit more. So it's how you place the all. Maybe you have all ripped or all as big as ripped, up as big as ripped. So that means you have these two words as big horizontally as big as ripped, and then you have this punk influences on design scribbled in that very. So maybe what you should use is a typeface. You can use this one and try it, but otherwise use a typeface that basically is very blockish, bold, black kind of typeface that takes up a lot of. There is no counter space. You know what I mean? So that you can write. Yeah. You try that and see. Maybe it has possibilities for pursuing, but you just have to make sure that you get it right. Yeah. So I think you have one or two possibilities there.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Yep.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
Joe siapa tu?
Jolan.
Oh, Jolan Green. Okay.
So after researching, I found out that Russian constructivism is basically an art, a type of art made by this guy, Vladimir Tatlin.
There was not one guy.
This is what I got.
Okay.
Yeah, Vladimir Tatlin and someone else. I forgot.
What?
Is this your key artwork?
Yes.
No.
Why are you using sans serif typeface?
Yeah, I still don't know which typeface to use. I look at I base my art on this, but all their fonts are like blocky. I couldn't find any blocky typeface, so I'm not happy with that.
You can find blocky typefaces. Yeah. Where are you looking for your typefaces?
Not yet, sir. I used the 10 typeface.
No lah. Obviously, you're no longer required to use it now. You're in advanced typography, so exercise is over already.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is your first project. You don't have to stick with it anymore.
Okay.
Find one.
Yeah, this is what I got. I could add more visual things, but I really need to focus on the font first.
I'm afraid this doesn't work. Yeah.
This is not working at all.
It's I have presently I'm posting another link on on Facebook for you all to look at. Yeah, it's an artwork. It's work by Paula Scher, but it will give you an idea. If you look at the cloud 9 and the shape that she has, yeah, the first top left, that's the key artwork. And then see how she uses the elements later in her key artwork. I mean, and in the expansion in the collateral. Yeah. Okay, next person. Sam, you got to see the one the one that what do you call it?
You just posted in Facebook, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yep. I can see. It's good. Okay, Jonathan.
Hi. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so this is the one I showed to Mr. Vinod and you last week, and then this I decided to change the font, and then this is what I got. But I think it's too colorful. I didn't really like it, but the font on the top was like appealing to me, and the bottom one was not really. So I took a step back and made it black and white to like kind of see better the layout. And so I thought maybe the brick wall is something wrong. So I took more of a step back and made it more plain and simple to kind of see the layout more. And I used the one font specifically, and then this is what I came up with.
Yeah, so I think you're at the beginning stages of your exploration still. It's good that you took many steps back, so that you extrapolated the typeface from the background, because the background is a huge problem.
Yeah, I realized
that. So the use of spray paint typeface is fine, but you use it all throughout, which then doesn't help, right? It's like taking a good thing and then using it too much, right? If you eat too much of a good thing, you get a stomachache, right? So this is a visual eclat, you know what I mean? Because right now, the typographical message or the visual cues that you get from looking at it is basically something close to graffiti art as opposed to punk.
Okay.
Right. So it's in design, it's a fine balance. You use too much of one thing, it ended up looking at something else.
Okay.
Okay. So now it's about trying to find a balance and also exploring further, because you're not there yet.
Yeah.
We're still not there yet. The spray things in the background needs to be again taken away, because I think the idea of the spray is already encoded in the typeface.
Okay.
Yeah, but you if you want to have it, it can be very minimal in nature, but much later on, But you're still, I mean, like I said, I think you're still struggling to get elements. See, what's Damia laughing at?
Laughing at Kayi.
Is it? Okay. So coming back to you, Jonathan. So looking at the element of the wall, right? Yeah. Let's say you use a typeface that is basically sans serif in nature, and somehow the textures of that wall, or the brick by brick, the in between lines of the wall is kind of like depicted also in the typeface. That's also one possibility to explore. One area to explore. Another area possibly is, if let's say when you stack bricks up, the in between lines, right? The in between, what they call it,
these things like in between here.
That's right. If let's say you extrapolated that, not the entire thing, just parts of it, and then you placed textual information within that space, is also a possibility to create an interesting form. All right, so that's another avenue you could explore, right? So there are two avenues there. That's one. Then you have the all ripped up that you're presently working on, where you have a spray painted, so maybe you use the word punk to spray paint, or maybe you use the word all ripped up to spray paint, but then the rest, what do you do? right? You need to find maybe complementary typefaces or typefaces that work. See,
does this
the
work?
elements. No,
Or
I mean, kind of, but you're not there yet. The elements, you again, like I said to all the other students who are doing Pang, you need to look for elements, right? Say, for example, if I take elements of type, like, and then I kind of like make it look a little rough, the typeface after choosing the typeface, composing it, then I want to add elements to it. Maybe I use a safety pin to tie some of the letters together. Yeah, that's my graphical element that I'm using. Or maybe it's a pictorial element, right, that I'm using, a black and white safety pin, right? Because if you look at punk art, Joanne Jett and Sex Pistols and all that, you'll see they have torn shirts, they have safety pin jeans, or safety pin shirts where the torn areas are, so maybe I want to use safety pin as an element to safety pin the letters together. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, this is an idea that came to me when I was looking at some of your works, right? Maybe I could try that, right? So if I try, how do I, but what I'm imagining and what you might imagine is totally different, but it's an element that I can use, okay, to tie my type together. The visual elements are to support the typographical elements. They're not to overtake it, but also at the same time, they're not to play a major role, in it. A starring role, let's just put it that way. Right now, your spray paint in the background is too strong.
Much.
Okay. I'll look
strong, and as just a little bit too much as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sam, are we on time?
Yep.
Okay, great.
We basically.
Who's next? Yeah.
Who's next? Karina Amalia. Oh, Farisa just joined in.
Okay.
Karina.
Miss Farisa. Who? Arina.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Karina Amelia. I see. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes.
Hello. Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Where's your screen? Okay. Maybe Farisa can show us after Kaira lah.
So I don't know why my Illustrator is crashing. So I can interplay with my letters right now.
Okay, so same thing as I explained to everybody else, same thing to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a poster. This is a key artwork. A key artwork is similar to a logo. Please take a look at the links. And when Encik Samsul posts the recorded session, please review what I explained to the rest earlier in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what you've done wrong or what is wrong
this
with
is
it?
not done.
Oh, I see.
Done.
Because I don't know, my Illustrator cannot open.
Do you use the Are you using the original one?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Have you downloaded the original version of?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Okay, you use ticket. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? No? Do you have anything else to show?
Nothing.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Because it's not done.
Right.
I like the picture that you.
Hello?
Hello? You're not breaking up.
Breaking up. Okay, hang on. Can't come to this side and okay. Every time I come to this, yep. Hang on. Hang on. Am I clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I like the picture that you used, but it's got nothing to do with what we are doing. The reason I like the picture you used is, you see the way she's dressed up. All those there are possible elements that you could choose from, to use in your typographical composition.
Yeah.
She's got patches, those little button badges, her makeup, her hairstyle, or her jacket, her tweed or plaid skirt. There's so many things in punk design elements that one can use.
Okay, next person.
Thank you, Kaira.
Thank you.
So, hold on.
Yeah.
Sam, I'm going to try and come in again, yeah? Wait,
Okay.
by using my computer.
All right.
Okay, so like, because actually my earlier attempts were very poster, so then just now after hearing everyone else's feedback.
Okay, all right. Hello, Kaira?
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
we can hear you.
So this is the like version lah, because previously.
Can you show us the one that you did before lah?
Okay.
Okay.
This one.
Okay. There is lah. I mean, like there is some element of Russian constructivism in your design, but I'm not sure why you enlarged to the letter M% there. But the direction of the composition of the key artworks seems to almost in line with the movement, the Russian constructivism movement, right?
Okay.
But I think probably it's not enough. You can still work more.
Yeah, I need to develop it because I think I was a bit lost before with like what to do.
But I think you've done some research about Russian constructivism, right? You understand the movement, the style, the color, right? The colors, some graphical elements used in Russian constructivism is very distinct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Wait. Mr. Vinod is just joining.
Oh, and also I just want to tell Joe, because just now Joe was saying that he couldn't find a typeface.
Yeah, correct.
Found plenty of them like directly within the like preset Adobe typefaces. I didn't download any additional ones. So Joe, the typefaces are right there.
That was my mistake, internet problem. But I'm also like thinking only the 10 typefaces. That was my mistake.
Yeah. I don't think times doesn't really reflect that movement. No? Okay. How come Vinod has? Oh, okay. Vinod, are you here? No, we have two Vinods now.
Wow. I thought I was the only one.
Okay, now. Okay, Vinod, are you here?
Yep, I think so.
All right. So you're using your laptop, is it?
Now, yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay, so she's come up with this. So far, I've given some feedback.
Okay.
She basically understand a bit about Russian constructivism, but not there yet.
The typeface is correct.
Yeah, correct.
The typeface that you're using is correct. The use of an I, it is interesting, but a little
weak on the composition.
I mean, I think it's just the beginning part of trying to get there, but
correct.
It just needs more exploration.
Yeah.
You see, this is one strain of exploration. What you're doing here. So what I'm looking at right now is the one where you have two eyes and then you have the text running over it. Yeah. And you're using color presently. Try to do it in black and white first. If it doesn't work in black and white, it's probably not going to work in color. Okay. Second thing you need to do is try to come up with different strains or different idea strains, right? What other thing can I do, right? How can I reflect constructivism in my typography, right? What elements can I use other than the eye or that, that dummy hand pointing there, right? I mean, it's part of that mannequin hand, right? What can I use, right? Other than these elements, can I use like what you showed earlier? You've done some research, right? All these different types of research. Russian constructivism there is constructivism in that period of time, but there's also constructivism post the Russian era as well. Yeah, the Bauhaus movement is essentially the spirit is still the same as Russian constructivism. Yeah, although the fundamental I mean, because they learned a lot from Russian constructivism in terms of design style, right?
Yeah.
And later on, if you go on, you look at axial as a typographic system is basically Russian constructivism as well. Follow?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. So I mean, all these what do you call it? Possibility. There are a lot of possibilities. The thing is to develop different idea strains. Yeah, like you have virus strains, you have to have different idea strains. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Farisa, you're next.
Yes. Sorry, I'm late. Sorry.
Bangun.
Okay.
Late, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're designing posters, Farisa. You're not designing a key artwork.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where you've gone wrong. Yeah. Okay, so all this doesn't work. Your key artwork is like a logo. Yeah, like keyword being like a logo. Yeah. So what you have here right now, sorry, back up. Yeah, this one comes close to a possible key artwork, but it's not.
Okay.
Not good enough yet. Yeah. Because there's too much pictorial elements in there. Remember, you have to work from the text, right? You work from the text, I mean the text being the core, and then you work from there and you start building from there. Okay, so this, what you have here, go back, that last one with the triangular shape, yeah. Okay, you see the triangle, and then you have the word Russian constructive design, then you have the word and then you have graphic design. So it's a bit difficult to read all that, but it's creating a form. The two lines and the circle means nothing here.
Okay.
Yeah, and also you need to do this in black and white first before you actually go on to add color. It has to work in black and white first, right? That's why that's the part that is like a logo. Yeah. Okay, so you see the non-objective elements that you're using, the triangular shape, right? It's not to say that you can't use them. You can use them, but you have to use them wisely.
Okay.
Right? They have to work with the overall typography. Yeah? Right. So almost, I mean, I think you're coming close to creating a form with this particular one, but it's not necessarily a great one, though. Yeah, not yet. Long way to go.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. You all need to get inspired by your own topic areas. Like, you need to start dressing up punk a little bit. Maybe next week we will all see you dressed up in different, somebody will dress up in constructivist, as a constructivist, someone will dress up as a punk. Get into it so that you can eat, breathe, sleep, punk or constructivism or Bauhaus.
Actually, right, that would be very fun, so if we were having our classes in person.
Next time I will. What? We can still do it here, what? Online. It's probably safer to do it online. Yeah, it's probably more easier to do it online than to actually do it in real life. Otherwise, as you walk through, the guards might look at you funnily. All the other people you pass might look at you funnily, which is part of the charm, I suppose. Who's next?
Liu Ke-en. Group 3 now. Now it's group 3.
All right. Wong Kai. Wong Kai, are you here? Listening?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What's the next rotation, for the next group for next week?
2, 3, 4,
5, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Hari Raya, right?
Is it next week?
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Hari Raya.
Oh, then what are we going to do? Well, I think we'll leave Inchi Shamsul alone. And maybe we all have to take a break. Oh, actually, it's good time, but unfortunately, we are losing a week, right?
Yep.
We're supposed to submit the key artwork next week and begin the collateral. Are we ahead in the schedule? I think we were, right? Were we ahead in the schedule? Okay, maybe we'll take a break.
I think we are ahead of 1 week, I guess. Lemak and ketupat.
No, I guess what we'll do, you guys continue to work, even though it's a holiday. I will, you can post your, you can send me your key artwork on the Facebook message. You continue to work, holiday or not, doesn't mean holiday means you're 24 hours you're going to be on holiday, right? You can spend like 1 hour per day, maybe throughout that week or something.
Yeah, they can go anywhere anyway.
Yeah, anyway, exactly. No visiting, correct. So you can spend some time. Okay, can you all not talk about food? I'm very hungry right now. But I
Yeah, hey,
can't
come on
eat.
lah. I'm fasting now, you know.
Poor Encik Samsul. Actually, I'm also fasting right now. Actually, come to think of it, have not been. I usually fast until 12. So
you should have more, you should take longer time lah. Do intermittent fasting.
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much there lah. I eat 8. Now we are going out of the session, but okay.
Okay. No, I still got time. Don't worry.
I got 16 hours and 8 hours in between.
Yeah, see, Damian said 18 hours at least.
18 hours. Yeah. So basically, my last full intake was at 7 o'clock.
Oh, that's good.
Night. Yeah.
Last night No
yeah,
breakfast
last night. No breakfast, nothing.
Oh, cannot lah. You have to take breakfast, bro. If you want to do the intermittent fasting, you have to take breakfast.
I think the timing, it's basically a hour. It depends on the hours lah. So I have a nice. Okay, better get back.
sorry. Okay, Ken, sorry.
Who are we looking at? Kian. Okay, sorry. Kian, this is a poster, not a key artwork.
Yeah. Too much graphical element again.
And pictorial elements as well. And then you outline the text. What is going on there? Cannot lah.
The font also.
Mike dying again. Okay, Mike
died.
Okay. What else? Anything else?
Next.
This one is socialist lah.
Yeah.
Constructivism has an element of Marxism in it, but this symbol is tied into the socialist movement, which is part of the Marxist movement, but you should not use it. You should not use it because I think Marxist movement and social, there is a difference, but that one is a typical socialist element, which you should not use in Russian constructivism because it gives a political spin to it, so it's avoidable. And then plus the use of the way you use it, it also looks like a poster here, so tak boleh pakai. Next. Ayo. Why I got leaves all? This one look like punk to me.
Really.
Not working. Next.
Don't put drop shadow lah.
Oh god. Okay. Okay. I need you to do this. Okay. Lukian, I want you to go back to the typeface first. Choose the right typeface and just use black and white first. Choose the right typeface first for Russian constructivism, because the typeface that you're using right here is not even close to Russian constructivism. Okay. So choose the right typeface. Once you choose the right typeface, compose that typeface. Okay. Compose the typeface in a very Russian constructivism kind of way. That means you arrange it interestingly. Vertical, horizontal, diagonal, whichever, or vertical and horizontal in different ways. Take a look at Paula Scher's work. I already showed you that actually. So then once you do that, then you add 1 or 2 graphical elements that are related to Russian constructivism. 1 or 2 graphical elements. Stop there. Show us before you go on. Don't do anything else. Don't add pictorial element. Don't use pictorial element. Don't use color. Don't use anything. Just work in black and white first. Do the composition of the text, arrangement of the text first. Choose the typeface, arrangement of text, then graphical element. These 3 things. And graphical element very minimal. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Move on. Great, group 3 right now. So we're making good time lah.
Yeah, the timing is good. Masyara. Uspang, is it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So this is my first one.
We can't see anything, Masyara.
Oh,
We
why?
only see patterns.
So
Diagonal
What
lines.
happens with her?
Wait.
No, not yet. Okay.
Now we can see.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the first one, and then I change it a bit, and then change it.
No, you still need to. Have you all seen Mr. Vinod's book?
Have you
all
read?
seen my book?
Have you bought his book?
Yeah, you bought my book or not, first of all, yeah?
We wanted to buy it, and then there's a shipping fee.
What?
There's a
We wanted to buy
shipping
it.
charges for that.
We don't want to pay for shipping.
Shipping ringgit only, man. Now you cannot even what do you call it? Go to your campus to get it also. But yeah, like if you go to campus, you can actually go and buy directly from the office. But shipping ringgit only, man. 38 ringgit, what? Okay lah.
Because the book is already 20 something, right?
$30 the book.
Come on,
plus the shipping budget. But anyways, if you look on the front cover there, there is some elements lah, yeah, of punkishness in the typeface. Yeah? But it's not major. It's not a major amount because I had to moderate that. Like, I didn't want to go over it. But anyways, that is something similar, yeah. But in that book, basically is I've covered this guy called Fahmi Reza, and his artworks are there as well. His artworks are online as well. So, but I go on to talk about it a lot. But yeah, I think all of you need to do a lot more research. Like, I like the letter P with the triangular shape. Yeah, triangular shape.
Is it a stud or spike?
Yeah, so that stud or spike is interesting, yeah, because those are elements that are relatable to punk. Yeah.
But the font the typeface used for the P, maybe she can change lah.
Yeah, such a conservative.
Yeah.
Who's this? Yeah, okay.
Maisara,
Maisara.
With Maisara.
You all need to go back to the 80s and 70s lah.
Correct. Everything now is K-pop, You
need to immerse yourself in punk. Battery is running low. Okay. You need to immerse yourself. Her battery is running low. Not mine. Immerse yourself in punk ideology, punk thinking and thought processes, and so that it comes through. It's in your blood.
Watch School of Rock lah, guys.
School of Rock still is rock lah.
The rock lah.
But essentially all these
all genres are there,
are part of rock.
Okay.
But you got to go to punk. Punk is got a very distinct rough quality to it. It's a artwork, like what Alfie said. Expediency.
Okay. All right. Maisara, got it? Okay, Maisara.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
Can I move or what?
What?
Can't hear.
We can't hear you, Maisara.
Type better. Who's next? Yeah.
I think it's Melissa. Maria Alwani.
Wow, so far we only have like one or two promising.
Correct.
Maybe, yeah. What is going on here?
You guys one week, I think,
After all the work we have done in the exercise, I'm getting like as if the work looks like as if everyone's coming in. This is semester 1 typography right now. A little disappointing there.
Maria, where are you? Quickly.
Okay.
All right. I don't think they feel the movement,
Can you see my screen?
Yes. I wish that is your work, but it's not.
Yeah, like I need to change it a bit.
Is that your work?
Yes.
Like I try to use the shape.
That's awesome, man. So lifesaver here.
Yeah.
But I heard that you said we need to use black and white, so I changed it. Actually, this is supposed to be like this.
Yeah, go back to the black and white one. Just go back to the black and white one. So this is a very cool form, man.
Correct.
Only thing is maybe the ABCs of the design theory needs to be maybe in solid letters and probably in capital letters or something.
Correct.
You know, but the ABCs of Bauhaus, yeah. So maybe the ABCs of Bauhaus can be placed where you have the B and H on the top, the cavity, the white space.
Mm-hmm.
You can place it there.
All right.
You know what I mean? And then the design theory could be further up, you know, and then this whole element is your the curved lines, right? It's just an element. It's a graphical element, yeah.
Then you can
Which is cool.
This is nice.
Okay.
Great job.
Thank you, sir.
What else do you have?
I have this one. It's just
Using?
still playing with shapes.
Yeah.
And then this is like the color version.
Yeah. Okay, go back to the black and white one. Looks like you did the color and then after that only the black and white.
Yeah, because I start with colors first.
Apalah. Okay. So in black and white, if you want to have the extrude version, you have to have the outline. Yeah.
The outline,
Meaning an outline to indicate that it is extruded. Yeah. From a Bauhaus, I mean, I think typographically you need to do a lot more work. Yeah. Because it's not really the focus tends to be on the
shape.
graphical elements as opposed to the
typography.
Yeah, so that needs work. I mean, I think, I love the first one. The first one is awesome. Yeah, not the color. The
black and white.
The black and white one. Yeah.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, I think you just have to make those minor amendments. Careful with the outline, which is a little thin. Just make sure it's at least 1 point or 1.5 points or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I can, because this has the possibility to grow.
Correct.
You understand? If you were to take this shape now, this pattern, we can create a pattern out of it eventually, which is what is essentially required in the collateral phase. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Maria.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
So there are about three people now.
3 people.
Next. How many?
Out of 40. 6.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Okay, now we have Melissa. Melissa. Melissa.
Apa ni? Can you see my screen?
Can.
I just tried to play around.
What did you choose? Sans serif typeface.
Oh, because this was like the first one.
Okay.
Lagi I changed it. So
alright. Okay, never mind.
This one. And then I did this. This was just a whim because I tried to use Photoshop and then it didn't work. And then this one. And then this and this. This one is just different.
So the choice of typeface here is correct.
Correct.
ABCs of Bauhaus. It's a geometrical typeface. It's very similar to the underlying principle of going back to simple forms, which is basically circle, triangle, and square. The use of that to construct the letters Bauhaus is in color is a bit difficult to read. It's going to be a problem. So it has to work in black and white before it works in color in this particular case. Go back to the earlier. No, back here. Okay, so this is very Bauhaus because it's very Mondrian. Yeah. However, I would like to see more exploration. Also, the placement of those lines or colors that go out of the shape creates a problem. Yeah, you need to end it. You cannot let the lines just run. Yeah, maybe in the poster when you design later you can, but not here. Yeah, in the key artwork it needs to be contained.
All right.
Okay, so this shows a little bit of promise, but still needs more exploration in this strain. Yeah. So you got strain 1 here, and not much else. Yeah, you need to develop a few more strains. That means basically when I say strain, it means ideas.
Options lah.
Yeah, options, options, yeah. Not concepts. Yeah. That means you take this and you develop another one that's not an idea. You need to have different ideas, yeah, to work on actually.
Okay.
Right. Go ahead. Go ahead to the building.
Building.
See, the building is no point here. You know, not really, but nice. See the typeface that is used on the building that was designed by. Who was it designed by? The typeface.
I can't remember the name.
I think it's Maureen Agi, if I'm not mistaken. Bayer type, or it was known as Universe at that time.
Yeah.
Why don't you just look up the typeface? Okay,
Okay.
anyway, go on. You people not studying enough, lah. I think we need a lesson in history and design principles.
Yeah. No, I have 1 semester, you know. Art history. No, 2 semesters of art history.
Yeah, needed lah, because these people got no context.
Correct.
Or they don't have enough depth in it. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Okay.
Nizam is not here.
I think we need to have a elective that they can take. It should be an elective as well.
Yeah, art history.
Extension.
Art history, yeah. We have to have art history, I guess. It's important, man.
It needs to be embedded in design principles 1, and it needs to be probably a specialization, free elective as well. Should tell Chinchi to give it because she has all the material.
Knowledge. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Moshana.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you see? Hello?
Yep.
Yep, we can see. I have to mute because I have a background sound noise unnecessary.
I did a couple of sketches, but then I realized my sketches are very poster-like. I was trying to like figure out the layout and everything, but then I decided to focus on the typographical aspect only. So this is what I got. But I also wanted to do something else, and I sketched this out. But I'm in the midst of making it live.
Hantu or something. What's going on here? I like the combination of the two, the shape of the person and that structure, but it's got nothing to do with
Russian constructivism.
Yeah.
Moshana, maybe you want to use Illustrator before you continue. Don't use Photoshop.
Yeah.
Later, what happen? Your key artwork will become bitmap, and when you place it in your collaterals, it become pixelated. Okay, so you have to be careful.
Should I like forget about this layout that I have here? Is it too much?
Oh yeah. None of it is working right now.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mokshan, you're not nearly there, yeah?
Yeah.
What about Janani today?
I'm not sure. I think she's not well.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Bye. Ihtisham.
Ihtisham, you better be good.
Yeah.
Let me finish screen. Where is it? Can you see it?
Seeing.
Yeah.
So I'm going with direction constructivism and graphic design. This is my mind mapping. So this is some inspiration, some modern art, which is inspired from constructivism as well.
Yeah, I mean, just can you go back up? Let me just point out a couple of things for the rest of you who are doing constructivism. Yeah, if you are confused with the key artwork, right? If you look at the second row, the first artwork, that is the key artwork, right? Just the typeface. What you see on the side there, the graphical element, the triangular shapes, is a graphical element. Together, that can look, I mean, of course, it works perfectly well as a poster, but it is a key artwork. that is constructivist in nature.
Yep.
Yeah, the one in the middle is not constructivist. Scroll down. Okay, the one in the third row, so the one in the middle with the step-like construction is a key artwork. Is a key artwork, yeah. The one, then the next row. Okay, so we have a modern take to constructivism, yeah. What you're looking at is a modern take to constructivism. Although the one on the left, red, in red, tends to be more Dadaist in nature. In case you all don't know what Dadaism is, you can Google it.
The Dada was actually like constructivism was inspired from Dada, right?
Yeah,
like,
to a certain degree. Yeah, to a certain degree. But it had its own look and feel, eventually. The reason for this is simply in constructivism, it even became a philosophy, right? Dadaist philosophy is just, I can't remember what exactly it is, but essentially it's trying to break from that Victorian use of form, and it started to look into, it has its own, it's very random, yeah, when you look at Dadaist philosophy. I mean, not philosophy, but look at feel. So you have this that looks very Dadaist in nature, and then you have the one in the middle that looks very gridded and basically Bauhausy possibility, but not really Bauhaus actually. Okay, and this one on the right, it's interesting, but it's not really, it's not yet constructivist enough. Yeah, I like the use of the graphical elements and the M, but there needs to be elements on the side that needs to be got. But anyway, to coming back to the point, what is a key artwork? Key artwork essentially is what the ones that I pointed out earlier, the one in the middle, the stepped artwork, the ones on the top, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
So my take on this is this work is like inspired from Naum Gabo, the guy who actually like a constructivist, and the writer of
So the graphical element that you have at the back there is basically these lines that are basically created in reshaped, right?
Yeah, it's like his artwork, dynamic space construction.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
So
the illustration of it and then did it in the background.
So this is not your work, is it?
No, actually, I did his work is a little bit different. I just like kind of.
So all that I'm seeing here is your work, right?
It's my work. All of it.
Okay, right. So I like the use, of the
shape.
positioning of the text, but the shape, is integral to the stitching, right? I mean, meaning it creates a very dynamic and an additional layer to the construction of the text. You understand? So it creates that the additional dynamism to the already dynamic construction of or placement of the text, right? Which is good, and I think it's something that you can explore further. Take a look at Dunbar Studio. Yeah, Google this. Dunbar Studio artworks. Yeah, you will see they use a lot of this in a very interesting way. But you have to be careful not to go too much into Dunbar, because you will lose the older constructivist look and feel as well. But it's possible to marry the two. The one on the right is a bit Bauhausy. Scroll down.
I said I studied Bauhaus as well, but Bauhaus is also like inspired from constructivism, right?
Yeah. So there's a trail, but the reason people look at them separately is because they have distinct styles, right? Let's say constructivism was influenced by Dadaists, but Dadaists have a very distinct style, right? And Bauhaus is influenced by constructivism, and and Bauhaus has a distinct style as well. Yeah, they all have distinct styles. Yeah, although they are all related.
Okay.
Next.
So this is like Tetlin's tower in the background.
Yeah, so I like the typeface, but it's just the use of the tower is just too predictable. Yeah, move on.
Okay.
Instead of using the tower, you should use the struts that make up the tower.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That means you actually create graphical elements that create that network or texture, and then place these typefaces within there or something.
Yeah, I get your point.
Yeah, yeah.
And second, this one is like illustration I did myself of this goes from building.
Move on. Doesn't work. Close. Interesting, but a little bit boring. The one on the left, yeah. It's nice. It's a good exploration, but I think it's just a little boring. Yeah. The one on the right is also interesting, but the pictorial element has no. I don't understand why is it there.
I actually like this sculpture is like breaking. So my idea was because constructivism is rejection of decorative stylization.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think the thinking is good, but the choice of element is not so much. Yeah. Again, I think the lines, the non-objective elements are too overwhelming. Yeah. Next. But good choice of typeface though.
And this was
no.
Oh. That's it.
Yeah, you're giving too much importance to the graphical elements here.
Okay.
Next.
That's it.
That's it. Yep. I think so. You have a good choice. I think you, based on the feedback, you'll be able to explore further. Yeah. Also, look at the Dunbar Studio work, and you might get further inspiration. Yeah.
Which should I go with? Like, which should I like?
Just explore the two. Yeah, on the left. Yeah, what I said about the struts and of that particular sculpture, using that as a basis to construct the typeface around or within. Yeah. So basically, noun garbos and Tatlins tower. You can explore those two. You can explore, and Google Dunbar and yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Very good, Sasham.
A good attempt.
Rido.
Okay.